Tonight, we're going to hear a story about a very special little bird who learnt that sometimes the most wonderful things bloom from the quietest beginnings. Long, long ago, on a warm summer's day, nestled by a peaceful pond, a mother duck was sitting on her nest. She had laid many eggs, and she waited patiently, day after day, for them to hatch. The sun warmed her feathers, and the gentle breeze whispered through the reeds. One by one, with tiny cracks and little chirps, the ducklings hatched. Little yellow bundles of fluff peeping excitedly. They were so sweet, waddling about on their tiny webbed feet, ready to splash in the cool water. But one egg, a rather large and brownish egg, took a little longer. Mother Duck waited patiently while her fluffy ducklings swam around her. Finally, with a bigger crack and a different kind of chirp, the last egg opened. Out tumbled a little bird that looked quite different from the others. Its feathers were grey and awkward, not fluffy and yellow. Its neck was long and wobbly, and its beak was a little too big. "Oh my," thought Mother Duck. "He's a rather plain duckling, isn't he?" The other little ducklings, in their playful way, would sometimes quack at him and call him Ugly Duckling. It wasn't very kind, and it made the little grey bird feel a little lonely, even though his mother loved him just the same. He tried his best to swim and waddle and quack, just like the others, but somehow he always felt a little out of place. So one quiet evening, when the moon was soft and round, the ugly duckling decided to slip away. He waddled quietly through the tall reeds, hoping to find a place where he truly belonged. He walked past quiet fields, where the sheep were already tucked in for the night. He saw sleepy cows lying in the meadows, breathing slowly and peacefully. He felt the soft dew on his feet as he wandered under the watchful stars. He found a quiet marsh, where the water lilies floated like soft green pillows on the still water. Here, he spent his days swimming and diving, practicing his long, graceful neck movements. He felt a little more comfortable when he was all by himself, gliding silently through the calm water. The days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months. The leaves on the trees changed from green to gold, then to fiery red, and then they drifted softly to the ground. The air grew crisp and cool, and the mornings brought a dusting of frost like silver glitter. The little bird grew bigger. His grey feathers became thicker and stronger. He still felt a little awkward, but he also felt a growing strength in his long wings and his powerful legs. He knew winter was coming, and he often felt a quiet yearning in his heart for something he couldn't quite name. One cold evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in soft pinks and purples, he saw a magnificent sight. High above him, gliding with silent grace, were three enormous, beautiful white birds. Their feathers were dazzling white, their necks long and elegant, and they flew with such quiet beauty. The ugly duckling felt a strange pull in his heart. He didn't know what they were, but he knew they were the most beautiful creatures he had ever seen. He watched them disappear into the sunset, feeling a gentle longing. Winter came, bringing quiet snow and still. Frozen ponds. The ugly duckling found a sheltered spot, huddling warm and safe, dreaming of spring and the return of soft breezes. Finally, the sun grew warmer. The ice began to melt with tiny trickles and splashes, and the first green shoots appeared in the meadow. The ugly duckling stretched his long neck and flapped his powerful wings. He felt a new strength, a quiet joy bubbling up inside him. He soared into the sky, feeling the wind beneath his wings for the very first time. He circled above the glistening pond, and then, with a graceful dip, he landed softly on the water. As he floated, He looked into the clear, still water, like a mirror. And what do you think he saw? Not an awkward grey duckling. He saw a magnificent snow-white swan with a long, elegant neck and beautiful, strong wings. He heard soft voices nearby. A family of swans, pure white and graceful, were swimming towards him. They glided close, their eyes kind and welcoming. He finally understood. He wasn't an ugly duckling at all. He was a swan, just like them. He dipped his head gracefully, feeling perfectly at peace, perfectly at home. He had found where he truly belonged. And as the stars begin to sparkle above your window now, remember that sometimes the quietest beginnings lead to the most beautiful discoveries.